Hi, just a brief update on the scion would send out and a few reflections. As you might have noticed if you've seen this video I just posted, how my dream of an orchard began. I've just been doing a bit of a life laundry, and I went through an old box file which had lots of cuttings in it, including the original newspaper cutting, which was from a Sunday Times colour supplement, which had the special offer for some cordon apple trees of rare heritage varieties with beautiful watercolour pictures, which got me started really on the dream of a heritage orchard. And it was, I think, that year or the year after, I bought my first six I bought my first dozen rare heritage apples, which I started growing in a very small garden in the first house we bought, which was, I think, 1981. No, sorry, I can't remember all of these things clearly. It was some of them in the mid-1980s. Anyhow, on top of that, I'll get to the signwood update in a moment. At the weekend I visited my parents in Essex, on the edge of London, and an old orchard which was concealed deep in the grounds of a farm attached to a mental asylum, which has long since closed down. I used to go scrumping in that orchard. I used to take a short cut through it, and I'd assumed that it had been cut down and bulldozed a long time ago, but I discovered just a few days ago that the orchard is now open to the public and it's being restored, and this is amazing. I've contacted the person in charge. I've sent them an email anyhow, saying I'd love to get involved in this. Although it's in London, 100 miles from where we live, it's where I grew up, and this is all of this is quite an emotional overload for me at the moment. Anyhow, from old orchards to new orchards, yeah, I've got about 32 orders for scion wood. I expect to fulfill all of them, although in some cases of rare trees where there's a big demand, like Peasgood's nonsuch, you may only get one pencil of the wood. I'd rather send it widely than send some people 4 pencils and not send some who've asked for any. But it will all be going out. If you've had a letter, if you had an email back from me, or personal message back from me, no need to do anything at all. I will send it out. I'm asking for people to send me a banknote, 5 or 10 euros, depending on whether it's a small or a large order, and that will cover our expenses and give us a little something left over, just enough to go out for a meal probably, because it's going to be quite a lot of work. It's going to be 2 days work for us to cut, wash, label, package and post all of the wood. It's going to be quite a few hours work, but the wood is a free gift, and everything. Anyway, that's about it. If you haven't heard, if you sent me a message and I haven't responded, send me another message. There's no need to send any money until you receive the wood, and even then it's a high trust affair. I'm sure that everybody will send something, just cover our costs and buy us a drink, but I won't be chasing anybody, it's not like that. And anyway, so thanks to everyone for being involved and excited, and I'll be posting some more from this forgotten old orchard. If you're interested in it, before I post any more, you can look up Claybury, C-L-A-Y-B-U-R-Y, Claybury Park Orchard. If you Google on that, you'll be able to find some information. Now, I sincerely hope that I will be able to get involved with this orchard, even though it's 100 miles from where I live now, because although I say here this Sunday Times colour supplement article, that's not this particular image, but it's a similar one that's on the video, was how my dream of an orchard began. It may very well have begun even earlier than that, in the orchard of my youth, which I was actually trespassing in. Well, whether it was whether I was breaking the law or not was another matter. I was certainly very unruly and disobedient youth in those days, but in any event, I did the orchard no harm, and it did me a lot of good. So I'll see if I can say some more about that later. But here's to the new orchards that were being planted. Long life and success to all of them, and the men and women and the boys and girls who will breathe easier because of them.